So I'm getting ready to can up some of that leftover pork back there. That was the pork butt I made for the pork enchiladas. I'm probably going to just call it enchilada pork, only because I put some sauce in there while it was braising, or while it was cooking to braise it. I got my canner warm, my jars are in the oven, everything's set out. I'm just getting the pork warmed up, and I'm getting the water warmed up. I'm going to use Better Than Bouillon to can it with. So once all that is warm and it's ready to go, we'll get to canning. Alright, so my pork is hot and my bouillon is hot too. So we're going to go ahead and get these canned up. I am using the last couple pint and a halves that I have that are not being used. So we're going to start with those, and then anything that's left, which I'm sure there will be left, will go into pint jars. It looks extremely unappetizing, but I'm telling you, this is so good. It's nice and tender. I'm not going to pack it in too hard, and I'm probably going to, probably about 2/3 of the way, if not just a little more, and then fill the rest with broth. Like I said, I'm using the roasted chicken Better Than Bouillon, just because it's a little nicer than plain water. And I'm going to fill this up. It's 1-inch headspace because of pressure canning. And then I'm going to remove the bubbles in case you can get probably more liquid or even more beef or pork. I'm probably not going to add more pork. I'm going to add more bouillon because I want it to not be packed in there too hard. For one, we don't need, we're not going to be able to eat all the meat that would be packing it in the jars, and then second, I don't want it to be like a clump of meat in there. So we'll do the rim because it's fatty. So I want to make sure there's no fat on the rim that would prevent a seal. And I got my lid. Let's get away from me. And then I'll get this in the canner. Another jar. And do the same thing. Oh, this delicious meat. It looks so gross. I can understand how it doesn't look appetizing at all. But I'm telling you guys, it is so good. It is so good. I got the pork butt at a really good deal. So I bought the biggest one I could find. I should have bought 2 actually, but I didn't. At any rate, we like making enchiladas with all different kinds. Chicken, beef, pork. So definitely want to have some of this on the shelves, either to make more enchiladas with it, or to, you know, tacos, anything really, or probably even anything else. I mean, this would probably taste great if I, you know, pull it out as a pulled pork and add some barbecue sauce and made a sandwich with. It's just really yummy. It was braised with some of my homemade enchilada sauce. And so it's absolutely yummy. Just fill this up to, 1-inch headspace. This meat will pressure can for 90 minutes. because that is the timing for quart jars. And since there are no time recommendations for pint and a halves, you go with the larger jar. So because this is meat, this will process for 90 minutes. 10 pounds of pressure because of where I'm at. It's good. Clean off the rim. Nice and good. Let's get that fat off of there. That might prevent a seal. And we'll get a lid. My ring. Oops. Put it in the canner. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and just fill the rest of these jars and see how much we get. I will bring you back when I'm getting ready to start the canner. All right, so look at that. I got 2 pint and a halves and 3 pints. That pint back there in the back here, there wasn't as much meat, probably about half full. So I'll kind of probably use it as like the add-on jar where, you know, I just, when I make one of these, I'll throw that in there too, to have enough. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead. I'm going to put the lid on this. I'm going to crank it up, and I'm going to get the steam venting for 10 minutes. I'll put the weight on, let it rise to 11 pounds of pressure, and start my timer. 90 minutes. All right, so we're at a little over 11 pounds of pressure. I'm going to go ahead and set the timer for 90 minutes. And I'm going to kind of adjust the temperature down just a little bit because it's getting a little high, which is fine. I just don't want it to go under the 11 pounds of pressure. So, woohoo! I have some awesome pulled pork, I guess you could just call it, after the 90 minutes are up. It might be a little dark. We just lost power probably about 15 minutes ago, and I still had a few minutes left for the canning session. So I literally stood here to make sure it held at 11 pounds of pressure until the timer would have gone off. I am so glad I looked at the time. The last time I checked the timer to know exactly when it would have gone off, because I would have not known. And it held. Thank goodness it held and didn't drop under until the timer would have gone off. So, woo! That was a close one, but power's still not on. But I'll just, you know, keep letting this go down in pressure like I would normally. Remove the weight, let it sit 2 minutes, crack the lid, and then, you know, we'll let them rest and then take them out of there. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. I think it even had another minute or so extra before it dropped under the 11. So I got lucky this time. Okay, hopefully you'll be able to see it okay. Ooh, look at that water. That doesn't give me the warm and fuzzies. Hopefully nothing broke. We'll just go ahead and take out the first jar. Take it over to the mat. I do see some fluid loss in some of the jars. It always happens to me with meat. I don't understand. But like this big one, I can see that there's a decent amount of liquid loss. But, you know, it'll be fine. It's not going to hurt anything. I wonder if that abrupt stoppage of power, even though it did hold at the right pressure, I wonder if that had something to do with it. I don't know, but I can see this one has a good amount of fluid loss too. And I did, and everything that I said I've been doing, and I cracked the lid. Wait, oh, this one's real bad. Look at that. Oh, man. I cracked the lid, waited 5 minutes, and then took it off and waited 10. So I'm not sure. This one doesn't look too bad. I don't know if you can really see. Yeah, there's a couple that don't look so great. I mean, it's fine. The food is fine. It processed at the right amount of time, at the right pressure. I don't know. Like, obviously just lost some. You can especially see this one right here. At any rate, it'll still be delicious. I'm still going to cover it with the hand towel, even though we have no power, so no AC, just to make sure, because it is, still relatively cool in here compared to the temperature of the jars. At any rate, at least I got lucky with them holding at the right pressure, but they still look great. I'm still excited to eat these. And like I did with the tomatoes, I'll kind of put them in an order where it's like the worst loss, and then it gets better. So that way the ones with the worst siphoning can be used first. But I hope y'all have a great day, and I'll get this video posted whenever I can get some power in my internet back. And we will talk to you next time.